Let's dive right into this explainer. Today, we're unpacking a really fascinating case study in modern education and international ocean conservation. It's called the Sea Explorer's STEM Adventure. Honestly, it's a brilliant look into how we can effectively teach the next generation about the environment while actually equipping them with the cutting-edge technical skills they need to fix it.
The whole thing was sparked by one massive question. What can young people actually do to protect our oceans? Beyond just recycling the plastic bottle. Well, this became the ultimate call to action for an e-twinning project that brought together students and teachers from Turkey, Portugal, Greece, and Italy. They weren't just passively sitting at desks, they were tasked with exploring, understanding, and frankly, protecting marine ecosystems through STEM.
Okay, on to Section 1, A Mission Across the Sea, International Alliance. Let's look at how these four distinct countries teamed up. Right out of the gate, the educators established four main goals: increase ocean literacy, build environmental awareness, develop sustainability consciousness, and foster active problem solvers. But what's really cool here is the structure. They completely ditched the whole local silo mentality. By forming mixed international teams, these students were bouncing ideas across borders. They were building intercultural communication skills right alongside the hard science. It's a total win-win.
That brings us to Section 2, Learning Beyond the Classroom, Real-World Experience. Because you really can't learn the ocean from a textbook.
So, they didn't just wander out to the beach and hope for the best. They mapped their fieldwork to the 5E instructional model: engage, explore, explain, elaborate, and evaluate. This structured approach is absolutely crucial. It ensures the learners aren't just passively soaking up facts, but actively researching and building a bulletproof understanding of biodiversity.
This is where the theory literally meets the tide. A huge chunk of this project's success came from getting out there and doing real-life coastal observations. Students investigated the impact of waste right in their own backyards. And let's be real, seeing and smelling pollution firsthand hits way harder than reading a paragraph about it. It creates this visceral, gut-level connection to the problem.
And that fieldwork led them to one of my absolute favorite concepts: biomimicry. If you're not familiar, it's basically examining biological adaptations in nature to guide sustainable engineering. Think about it. Nature has already spent millions of years beta testing solutions to complex problems, right? So, these students studied marine life to figure out how to borrow nature's blueprints for their own designs.
All right, Section 3, Designing the DripTech Robot, STEM Problem Solving. Time to take all that knowledge and build something real.
The kids literally mirrored a professional engineering design process. They identified the massive problem of marine pollution, brainstormed solutions, sketched out hand-drawn designs, and then brought them to life as digital prototypes. They even used AI to visualize their concepts before presenting them. They were operating exactly like a modern engineering firm.
And the final boss of this workflow? The DripTech R1 Ocean Cleaner. Just look at the features they packed into this thing: smart waste collection systems, renewable energy concepts, and smart sensors. It is a perfect example of how project-based learning can take all that environmental anxiety kids feel today and channel it into an actionable, tech-driven solution.
Let's move to Section 4, Digital Tools and Teamwork, Tech as Learning Tool. Because you just can't pull off an international collaboration without the right tech stack. Usually, classrooms use tech just to make things look pretty at the end, like throwing together a slideshow on the last day. But this project totally flipped the script. Digital platforms and AI were used as dynamic, everyday drafting tables. Technology was the actual medium for active research, daily chatting, and collaborative problem-solving across borders. It was the engine, not just the paint job.
But hey, operating online requires knowing the rules of the road. So, the curriculum baked in digital ethics. We're talking e-safety, copyright awareness, and the ethical use of artificial intelligence. They didn't just learn the software, they learned how to navigate the digital world responsibly, which is honestly non-negotiable for anyone innovating today.
Almost at the end here was Section 5, The Lasting Ripple Effect, Collaborative Products. Let's look at the legacy these students left behind. Working together, they shipped an incredible lineup of collaborative outputs. They built an international marine science e-magazine, a gorgeous visual mosaic symbolizing their unity, and a sea usage guide packed with practical advice. They even threw a virtual exhibition. They took all those hyperlocal insights and successfully broadcast them out to the entire globe.
And we know it worked because the impact was rigorously tracked. Pre- and post-evaluations showed this beautiful balance of skill acquisition. On the one side, you've got robust hard skills, STEM and digital literacy. On the other, vital soft skills, cross-cultural communication, problem-solving, and responsible citizenship. The data basically proved a massive spike in their confidence to tackle complex global issues.
The whole project operated under this one perfect banner: one ocean, one future. Together we explore, learn, innovate, and protect our blue world. By fusing ocean literacy with international digital teamwork, this went way beyond a standard school assignment. It was pure empowerment.
So, seeing what a united group of young explorers can pull off when you give them the right technical tools and a bit of environmental passion, well, it leaves us with a pretty big question. How will you contribute to protecting our blue world? What modern tools can you leverage? And who can you collaborate with today to help steer our planet toward a sustainable future?